Jacob Elliott Payne. Born in D.C., raised in Montgomery County, 25 years old. And y'all see this right here? We've been playing basketball since we was like 6, 7, something like that. Went on. I didn't even play in middle school because obviously, Pops didn't approve of the quality of the comp. But we went over to Wheaton, played varsity about halfway through the freshman year. Played varsity all the way up through then to graduation. Seton Hill University started in when the hell was that? 2015. Ended in 2020. But I didn't play my final year because I just kind of gave up on it, honestly.
I mean, speak to a little bit about that transition from high school to college.
High school to college, just in the sports world?
Yeah, sports,
just in the sports world,
everything kind of a little bit.
Honestly, we came from Wheaton, so from Wheaton to a real college, like scholarship program it's like night and day, honestly. Because high school, you go to school, you go to class, after school you go to practice and that's it. But when you get to college, it's like, dude, you got to get up sometimes 4, 5, 6 a.m., go to practice for 2.5 hours, go to class, eat, go to class for another few hours, and then you might have film study later that day, and then later on in the week you might have 2, 3 games. So it's literally around the clock. You don't get much of a break. I mean, even on winter breaks when everybody go home for 3 or 4 weeks, we only get like 6 days.
No, definitely. I mean, speak to a little bit about the competition difference from Montgomery County to, college.
Oh man, as far as guard play, DMV and Montgomery County got some guards that's killer. Honestly, people don't like to talk about it, but they coming around now. But as far as going into college, obviously you see some of the guards from the other areas, but really it's the size. The size, you get a whole lot more bigs. You get some bigger guards, and the speed of the game, the athleticism that comes with the next level is just, like I just said, it's night and day.
Yeah,
so it's really an adjustment period that comes into play.
Okay.
My first experience really with strength training and lifting weights came in Wheaton. And our first varsity coach, Coach Sharif, he had us in the weight room. I don't know if it was the summer or the spring. It was the off season. But it was a bad memory. It was a bad memory. He had me on the bench press. Only had like 20 pounds on each side. And I came down on it, and he just left me.
Shout out Coach Sharif.
What? And he said, no, get it up. So after that, niggas didn't lift for another 2, 3 years till senior year in high school. We didn't even lift.
Yeah.
But then college, it's literally mandatory that you lift weights. So, and even then, we was only doing it in the off season, a couple days a week, just because we didn't have that much time. We had to stay in the gym, do skills work, film study, and travel all around PA for games. So it really wasn't until my senior year there, it was like 2019 and 2020, that I really started going in the gym by myself and really focusing on my strength training, getting bigger, putting on muscle mass. And that was really my introduction to the world of fitness.
Okay. What about post-college? How was your, you have access to all the gyms in the college.
Yeah.
How's that coming back?
Coming back, it was pretty easy, honestly, because I built a foundation for myself in school. So coming back, obviously you get you a little job when you come back home, but you got to decide, you got a lot of free time. So initially I started at Planet Fitness, and I would go there after I got off work at Ross at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, go and get a work in almost probably 4 or 5 times a week. And so that was the initial structure I built for myself as far as fitness goes. Up to now we're working out at One Life. And as you can see, I'm not a skinny dude no more. I'm still a little slim, but I put a little something on. Been eating a little bit.
Okay. So talk about the development of Push. When did that come along and the idea behind that?
Yeah, so Push came in the spring of 2020, right when COVID hit. They actually let us out of school around March. So we initially came home, and our parents, they were initially, for years, they were doing a tournament business, AAU tournaments, running them, facilitating the tournaments for youth basketball, and that had to come to a halt. So we were looking for a sort of pivot, a way to build a business, make some money, but still sort of be in a sports lane. So we initially thought of what if we can create an activewear line that really tailors to a need for people to want to feel good and look good while they exercise. Not mainly for the experts, but for people who are just starting off in fitness. So that's initially how that came.
So how long has it been since the founding of Push?
We're in year 3 now.
Okay, year
Year
three.
3 started in spring. Actually, what was it, to be specific? May of 2020. So yeah, we 3 years deep now.
Okay, in the 3 years, what's some of the biggest lessons you learned? Navigating actual business, and trying to gain an audience.
I got a few. It's actually just like you asked the questions. The lessons you learn is you're going to have to continue to learn lessons as you go along. I've struggled with learning the fact that there's going to be things you come across, information that you come across that you didn't know before. And so you really gotta keep your head forward, keep your eyes peeled on the process, and understand that odds are you don't know everything. You don't even know close to everything. So my thing is I'm just having to learn as I go and really not beat myself up for learning new things. Even though every now and then I come and I say, well, damn, I wish I knew that. Or maybe I'd be further along, but no, we learn as we go. And that's just the name of the game.
Where do you see the next 2 years going with Push, and or at least your own fitness? Let's start with your own fitness journey. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Just my fitness journey, personally.
You personally first.
Well, for a while I was kind of intrigued by the bodybuilding route, but after a while I started missing basketball, and I figured out that I can't be walking around too big and too stiff. So I really want to just become the most explosive, most athletic, and overall have the best fitness level I can possibly have. Just from everything from strength, mobility, flexibility, longevity, strength, endurance, cardio, and just be a complete all-around athlete.
You post a little bit on social media. Have you ever thought of going full, content creator and influencer when it comes to when it comes to pushing your fitness?
Oh, I missed the question.
Do you ever think of going full content creation mode? Like, start recording your workouts, a little bit more professionally?
I think I'm gonna have to. Just being the face of my own brand. I think showing some of the inner workings of how things operate on a day-to-day basis. Unfortunately, I gotta be the primary model at times. So I feel like it's really a must in order to spread the message of the brand, show the quality of things we offer to the people, and really advance the company. I think it's going to be necessary for me to do that.
And where do you see Push within the next 2 years?
Next 2 years? Oh man, honestly, the next 2 years, I don't know if I can pinpoint an exact vision in the next 2 years, but one thing we're really trying to do is we think we've reached a point where we understand our niche. We understand what market we're in, who we're competing against, who else is playing in the space. So we really want to grow, and at first we want to be the biggest ones in the DMV. You know what I mean? You can't go national and global until you're able to dominate your area. So we really want to be the most well-known activewear brand in the DMV. We want to get to the point where we're sponsoring other folks' organizations, training programs, and hopefully I got some few things in the work. We're gonna get a couple teams wearing some custom push gear. You know what I mean?
Definitely. All right, last question. If you had one celebrity you want them to work out with you and hopefully, get into some push gear, who would it be?
One.
Celebrity, athlete, singer.
Because I'm in the space now, so just one is tough. Just one is tough.
Yeah, choose one.
Oh man, one celebrity who in that fitness zone.
Don't gotta be in the fitness zone.
Ain't gotta be in the fitness zone.
Yeah, it was one celebrity. You wanna, if you were to train them, work out with them just one time, and hopefully they can, invest in Push or be sponsored by Push. One of the.
Wow. Oh man. I don't know if I can think of anybody to really be an ambassador of the brand right now, but if I could get a workout in and really train with somebody, it might have to be The Rock.
Okay.
It might have to be The Rock. I mean,
easy answer.
Yeah, it is. It's an easy answer. I mean, he goes hard, man. He goes hard. You can see how big his brand has gotten just since COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
Just like people people really subscribe to his personality, subscribe to his message and his energy is top tier. And yeah, I don't know if you've seen that man video.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He does work. He does work, and I need that kind of work. So I'm gonna go with the easy answer, The Rock.
All right, you got any last words?
Last words, man. If you don't know PUSH by now, you're a little bit late to the party, but it's better late than never. PUSH is an acronym. It stands for persist until something happens. Persist until something happens. We say something because today might not be a day. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next week, it might be next year. And it might not exactly be success that flips that switch for you. It might just be a moment in time. It might be meeting someone. It might be showing up to the court at the right time. You meet the right person. How you doing, boss? That's what it's all about.
No, you're fine.
You all good. We all good. We all good. But PUSH is really just a daily reminder to be the best version of yourself each and every day. We're trying to be an extension of that. We're trying to be inspiration, information, and we're trying to put out the best quality gear with the best messages.
No, definitely. All right, where can they find you on your socials and PUSH as well?
You can find me on Instagram. I believe it's _2_ J.E. Payne. That's my personal. And obviously, we got the official PUSH Instagram, _PUSH Activewear. The official website is pushactivewear.net. What you see is what you get.